Now what I want to do is I want to walk you through how the dashboard, tasks, and toolbar of Home can be used in your ministry work. And we're going to start off by going through how you might use Home as a children's ministry leader. So here I'm logged in as Jacqueline. Now, Jacqueline is our persona for a children's ministry pastor. Now, as a children's ministry pastor, you might have a lot going on. You are managing teams of people and services. You're managing their schedules. You're sending them curriculum stuff. You're in services. It's a lot. You're also managing events. You've got a lot of different things going on. You've got weekly things. You've got special services. You've got all the things in registrations. Then you're also running check-ins. You've got a whole ton of people who are checking kids in day to day, and you're in check-ins. You're also in calendar because that's where you schedule everything. So you are just all over the place in ministry and in Planning Center. Home is going to help you tie all of those things together as you go about your work. So as Jacqueline, I am here looking at my dashboard, and the first thing that I'm seeing is my schedule. So just anything that I have coming up, I'm going to see right here. I also have my workflow cards. So as a worship, or not a worship leader, as a children's ministry pastor, I'm going to be following up with first-time guests, anyone who came to church for the first time this Sunday. Got a couple of kids who are interested in baptism. I want to reach out to them, ask them about their journey. I also have some tasks, which I'm going to get into in a little bit. These are things that I might need to take action on really quickly. And then I just want to have a quick pulse on everything else that's going on in my children's ministry. Recent registrations, upcoming events, attendance. This is just a metric that I can see what's going on. My first-time visitors, upcoming birthdays, and then I'm also a participant in a group. I'm not just a pastor. I am also involved in a community, and so I can see my groups here so that as I'm going about my ministry work, I can also be cared for and connect with my community, okay? So this is my dashboard as a worship, Jacqueline, as a children's pastor. All right, then I can go over to my tasks. Click the tab, great. So when I first log in, I'm going to see all of the tasks that I am responsible for. Now from this task list, I can organize a couple things. I have the most important things listed by due date right now, but I could also sort it by lists. So anything that's related to Awana, I can see it here. More Awana, and then just my inbox, okay? From here, I can always add a task like that. I have a couple of different lists. Again, as a children's ministry pastor, I've got a lot going on. So I've got a list for my Sunday school prep for this week. I've also got a winter camp planning list and a nativity prep because Christmas is right around the corner, which is crazy. And then I also have a couple of templates for those things that are happening all the time. Awana, always happening every Wednesday. Sunday school, always happening on Sunday. I have a couple of templates set up so that I don't have to recreate those task lists every week. And I've got a couple of different people that I'm collaborating with. So these are all of the teachers and volunteers that are helping me with Awana week to week. We're all in the list together so that we can assign things to each other from here. Easy way to stay organized. You can always add a new list with a template from here. Oh, that was a new task list. Well, that's how to create a new task list. Here's another way you can also, oops. Okay. Sometimes things go wrong and then they go right after you hit Command R. All right, so I can also create a list from a template here. So that was what I was trying to do. Okay. Now, there are a couple of other ways that you can get tasks onto your list. Let's say as Jacqueline, I am over in services, figuring out my schedules and my plans. Now, if I go over to people and I want to look at my team of people who are involved week to week in children's ministry, I'm going to click on children's ministry. Here are all of my teams. I can set up an automation so that when someone is added to this team, I get a task to set up a meeting with them. So that's just a task like, hey, they got added to the team. They've already been through the workflow to make sure that they're set. They've got their background check, but now they are officially a volunteer of children's ministry. It's time for a one-on-one meeting with the pastor. Let's get that scheduled, create the automation. And now whenever someone's added to that team, I'm gonna get a task in my inbox schedule coffee. Let's do this, okay? So that's a way to add a task. Also, since we're in services, let me show you how you might be able to use this new thing called chat. So chat is a new feature in beta. And when I go over to my plan, I'm going to see for this Sunday, I've got a couple of people here scheduled. They are all confirmed. Very exciting. I need one more person, but we're going to get to that in a minute. I can go over to chat here with this little bubble in the sidebar. New conversation. And I want to start a chat with all of the people who are scheduled for this week. I could start a chat with all of the people who are in this team, but not all of them are scheduled for this week. So I'm going to filter by a plan, and I'm going to choose October 6th. So it's just the people who are set up. I can also see here that Allie is a volunteer, but she's under 18, so she's not eligible to chat. That's a safety feature we have so that only people who are over the age of 18 can participate in those conversations, so she can't chat. I'm going to start the conversation. Looking forward to extra capital U there. Okay, so I've got all of the people. I'm going to chat with them. Oh, you know what? I need to add that other person. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to add that volunteer. I'm going to add Matthew. He's available. Add Matthew. Okay, I'm going to go back over to that chat, start the conversation, and oh my gosh, look. Matthew. Oh, he hasn't confirmed yet. That's what I got to do. Okay. Matthew, I made a decision for you. You are coming this Sunday. And in a minute, you're going to see something so cool. There's Matthew. So the chat automatically updated to include Matthew in the chat. You can go back and oh my gosh, there's Matthew. He's coming. This is so exciting. Okay, so that's how chat could work for you as a children's ministry pastor. Go back over to chat. You can also see all of the different chats that I'm involved with as a group member or leader. I can always start a new conversation with the teams that I lead or participate in a group. So that is an overview of how you might be able to use Home as a children's ministry leader week to week, day to day.